Hey guys! So you probably heard a little bit of noise in the background and stuff, but I'm trying a little bit of a new setup today. So hello everybody who came and was here a little earlier. I found some different ways to do little things on here, which I think is really exciting. I hope you guys will think it is too. So hello to everybody. Let me just back up just a tad. Um, This is so much fun. There's so many new things that I'm learning. So thank you to Linda Reed for setting me on my journey to figure out a lot more things that I can do with the OBS software that I use. And that's where all the new changes came from. It's pretty cool. I still have my my desk on one and my face on the other. And then you're going to notice that if you're watching this archive, you can now see the chat on the screen. Yay! That's so cool. So hello to Sharon and the Cademons and to Jennifer Marker and Cindy is here and Mary and Mr. Merle is here. May is here. Racing Crafts. Let's see. Tenzert is here. Sherry and Tough Cody and Jamie Hunt and Susan and that is so exciting. Everyone's here. Donna's here. I'm sure we're going to have more that are joining and we're going to start at 2:05. So if you are watching this archive, you can skip through all that. If you're watching us live, you can go back and look at anything you want and then toggle that switch and come back to where we are at live. So you have control over what you watch, that's a super cool thing about YouTube. Hi Ivy, hi Eva. Guten Tag. Hello, hi Cynthia. Grammy Pammy, she says Pamela Wilbur is in the house. I love that. I love that you guys remind me about who you are over on Facebook so I can make those connections. Tracy says it's blurry. Can anyone confirm whether or not you guys are seeing blur? It looks clear on my end. Of course, my face right here is blurred. I did that on purpose. So if that's like totally annoying, I thought it was really cool. But if that gets in the way, we can always delete that later. Hey, Kelly and Michelle. Not blurry on your side? Cool. You might want to refresh, Tracy, if yours is blurry. Just refresh, come back in, and sometimes if you just let it run for a little bit, it'll clear up. Thank you, guys. So does everyone have their drinks in? Are you ready? Because we're going to make as many cards as we can in 1 hour. I'm super stoked for this. I haven't even prepared any card bases, and I'm thinking I might want to start doing that now while we're yakking. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Jessica says it's just the matte and the reflection of the light. Oh yeah, there's a reflection here, but it shouldn't be blurry, right? Can you see my hand okay? Look at my nails, my new nails. I have it on, there we go. So the tips are just glitter, but it's just mostly purple. Yes, got your ice water ready? Oh, thank you, Tough Cody. I like the halo too. I think it's really cool. Hi, Moni. Thanks for joining us today. Cheers, guys. Right? We've had 30 weeks of that 5-minute card. Isn't that cool? So now that we've had all that practice, you guys, get your scraps out and join me today. You all ought to be making cards for the next hour, and we'll see how many we can get. And I don't even have, like I said, I don't even have my bases ready, so I'm going to make a couple here. I also have new things which are really cool. Check this out. Let me know if you guys can see that. I'd have to put my mic on mute too, but I think there might be times when it might be really nice to have this. So cool! And can you see the little quality crafts across the screen, like right here? Right there. Can you see that? Yay, so no one has to say, how do I spell quality crafts again? So much fun. Oh my gosh. When we get started, I'm going to show you all of the all of the scraps that I have that you don't even realize that I have. Hi, Kim. Hi, Janie. It says be right back. Yeah. So, like, you never know. Like, if I'm in the middle of something and nature calls, or if something explodes in my kitchen, or maybe one of my cats is freaking out, I can put the be right back and come back to you guys. Oh, and I haven't noticed. Maybe she's not here yet, but let me know when Penny comes in the room. Got something special for her. Thank you so much, Jamie. I've been really working on it, like hours and hours just messing around with it. So cool. Linda LaCarrie Reed. I blame her for me figuring that out. She set me on a hunt to figure out how to change some of these things, specifically to get the chat on here for all of you guys who are archived that are like, the biggest thing is that I don't like to miss you live because I don't get to see the chat. Now it's lagged because it's another had to grab from the chat on the URL and put it in here. So I'm seeing you lagged, and then I think you guys are seeing it even a little bit further lagged on there. So my answering questions and stuff is probably not going to line up. Oh my gosh, it's 2:06. We have to get started. So here I've got some card bases. I'm going to see if I can back out. Yep. I can back out just a little bit more. You're going to see the edge of my table, but that's okay. So we're going to get started. I'm going to show you first off, so I might not get the entire hour, but here's my most recent scrap pile. Okay? This is it. This is my most recent scrap pile from everything that I've been doing. Do you remember those little bookmarks? Oh, and I left them in my backpack. But they look like this when they're not decorated yet. I got an order from a lady at work for 60 of them. 60. So that's where a lot of this stuff came from. So we're going to be using that today. But I also have some hoarded scraps that you've probably never seen before. I can hardly lift this. You guys are going to be like, whoa. What the heck, Jen? Look at this. This is a scrap pile, is it not? Holy cow. We're going to be using stuff from here today, too. Ugh. So you may not see everything that I'm pulling from, but trust me, they're scraps. So let's get started, right? I hope some of you guys are playing around along. Can you like put some little hearts across the screen if you're crafting with me today? What did you say? Do the James Bond moves and turn at the camera and shoot it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's funny. Sometimes maybe. Oh, this is fun. This is an old scrap. Yeah. Yay, the sassy crafter. Linda is going to join with. That's awesome. Oh, May's working along with us too. Sweet. So I'm just going to trim some of this stuff down and just start making cards. So the title, I did change the title and the thumbnail, and I'm not sure if it changed because every time I change the thumbnail now, on my end, it never changes. It says it did, but I don't see it. Oh, look at all the people playing along. Michelle is, Laurette and Jenny. Yay! Hi, Jenny! And Mayuki is, and who else? I might have missed one. What was I going to say? So it's how many you can make in an hour using mostly scraps. So it's totally fine if you don't have a lot of scraps to play with. Don't worry about that. Just use some of your scraps, you know, get to creating. The whole point is that we inspire you today to get moving and just start putting stuff down on paper. Now, not every card I make today is going to be spectacular, you know. We're just going to see if we can get some of this stuff started. Let's get some cards going using stuff we already have. So that's cool, right? Here's some extra stuff that I have laying around. I just have to decide if I like the way that looks or I don't. I also have stuff like this laying around. That would look cool on there. Oh, I even have some frozen stuff from a project I did eons ago. That might make a cool card. This one is really neat. Oh, the butterfly comes off, I think. Not quite, but I'm going to make it. That's cool. I didn't prep any cards ahead of time either, just so you know. All this stuff, I'm doing this all just with you, the same as you are. Like, oh, this is going to go on a card today. Look at that. This is old. I even have some little owls. I don't use stickers much, but these owls just totally love them. Oh, that's going on a card today. Here's another one that's got a butterfly on it. I like this one better. I'm going to go with that. And I want something to go across there, so I'm going to use like a piece of this. And we have a couple moderators in here today, so if you see somebody in blue, that is a moderator. They are here to get rid of the people who are saying nasty things in our feed that are inappropriate. So thank you to you guys for being around, because that's really important to me. I appreciate it. I have so much stuff that's just laying around that I just never used and stuff. Oh, Penny's in! Penny's in the house. I didn't see her. Where does it say that? I'm going to pop this one up too. Now, I might not do sentiments on every single card, but that's not the point. Don't worry about how perfect they are. Let's just get some done, right? Yes, yes, it quite is. So, Penny, I was going to tell you something, and now it's completely gone. It'll come back. So that's my first card. I like it. It's simple and cute. Let's do another one. I'm really happening to like white today, but let's see. Let's do a tan one. Oh, there's more here. Sweet, that's cool. These are panels that we did. Seems to be like when we did the watercolor technique. Thank you guys for getting rid of that person. We don't need any of that kind of talk in here. Especially from a 12-year-old who doesn't have anything better to do with their time. They probably should be at church with their parents. The only thing that's missing from here is a way for you guys to share your cards with me so I can see what you guys are doing. But hey, make sure you go over to Quality Crafts on Facebook and join our group. so that you could do just that. Today is Sunday, which means this is the new challenge starting. Grab your scraps, mostly scraps. Doesn't mean you can't use new things. I mean, you can add new things too. But make any kind of a card using scraps like we're doing today. Take a picture of it and put it in the correct album, and you'll be in there to be drawn to be a winner for our Sunday to Sunday challenges. Oh, cool. Jamie's working with her gel plate. I'm going to put a stamped sentiment on here, I think. This one is really cute. You're a friend, the best anyone could possibly have. And I'm just going to do that in regular VersaFine Onyx black ink. And I'm going to put this right on the bottom here. That turned out nice. Let's see if we can get it to actually, there we go. You are a friend, the best anyone could possibly have. I squished it a little bit too hard on the right hand side, but I don't mind. Then I'm going to add some little pink hearts to go with that pink that's on there, just to doll it up a bit. So like, I'm not using brand new stamp sets or anything. I'm just using stuff that I have laying around like close to my desk that I can get to. So I'm going to use the same pink, I think, only try to get this lighter pink in here and do some hearts. We are 2 people away from being at 1,000 members of, I believe, if I'm remembering that right, of being to 1,000 members on the Facebook group. Yay! 2 more! Super excited. Who will it be? Okay, and we've got some little pink hearts here that will look really cute. Super cute. Just kind of makes the card, doesn't it? I know I've said this before, but I seriously wish that we could do music without getting docked for having the music in the video without having the copyright or whatever, however that works. Okay, so there we've got some little hearts on there, and that finishes off that card. So that's 2, right? I should make a pile like somewhere so that I don't get them mixed up. 1, 2. So 2 down. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Here's another card base. Let's see, do I like this better on the blue or the brown? It's got brown in it, so let's do another card. No shame in making the same thing twice if that's what's working for you and you can pump them out quicker, right? We're going to chop some of that off and put this one down. And then, see, the thing is that when you use your scraps, like, I don't have to use this panel just because it has those leaves stamped on it as a panel of leaves. Now I've got some extra, what do you call it, texture and stuff going on in these little hearts that makes the hearts look really unique, right? And I've used up the scraps. So there we got another one. Let's see what we can add to this one. I've got some brown here. Is it going to be long enough? Not quite. There's another piece of brown I have. I think I'm going to make this like a rectangle type of deal here. That would be cute. And then I need some white. I got tons of white scraps. Just going to see how many I can get. Some that match this. So all I'm doing is just using this little trimmer over here that I realized that you guys couldn't see. So the feedback I would love to hear from those of you guys who are here now, and then those of you guys who are watching archived, is what works and what doesn't work as far as what I've changed on here. Like, does it work that I've got the bubble around my face, or does that hinder your ability to understand and see what I'm doing? And then, do you like the quality crafts being at the bottom, or don't you? And what about the chat? Is it distracting, or is that a positive change? I'm thinking that having the chat there is going to be really, really nice for those of you guys who miss us live. Well, thanks, Sharon Birmingham. That was sweet of you. I'm going to do some stamping on this one as well, if I can figure out something that I want to stamp on it that would look cool. I'm thinking like maybe a flower or something. I got spring and summer on my heart, guys. Spring and summer. Let's get rid of the winter. I'm fully done with that. Totally done with that. I don't know, that's just too frilly. Too girly for me. See if we can get one that's not quite so... Like that would be good. That would be cool. Yep, that's the one I want. Okay, so Cindy says the chat is too big. Too much of a chat. The chat's about the same size as my face, so does my face need to be smaller as well? Because that, we could totally change that. So we've got some that say that the chat is distracting and some say that it's okay. There it is. That turned out cool. I should be using my Lawn Fawn little thing to clean these, but I didn't wet it down ahead of time, so I'm just going to use my baby wipes that I usually do. Oh boy, that's going to be an issue, huh? Some people think the chat is too big. Sometimes, some say it's too small. Some say it's on the left. Some say it's on the right. Oh my good gracious. I'm not sure how I'm going to come to a consensus on that, huh? So I recently did, I think it was the 30th one, a 5-minute card using just a black and white image. And that's what this one is. Later on, if I really wanted to add color, I could. But since we're just going for trying to get some done, I'm going to call that finished. A cute little card for a man or woman. And then later on I might add maybe something white on the inside so I'd have a place to write, but I'm going to call that one done. So that's 3. The birdies are cute. Let's do those. So, well, I've got like everything that I'm creating to the right and everything else to the left to see if I could possibly get... Oh, the size of the chat screen is too big on the left. The writing is too small to read. Is it? It's too small to read anyway, huh? I guess it depends on what you're using. Too small and unreadable. The ones that you say are too small and unreadable, are you guys on phones? I'd be curious to know. Those of you guys who are watching me on PCs, is it working for a PC? This little extra piece of birdie thing that I have here, I'm going to put that on the inside of the card. Because why waste that, right? It's super cute. When I make mine screen as big as it can be, I can see the chat super clear, but I have a really big monitor. I honestly don't even know how big it is, but so if you guys are on smaller monitors or phones and stuff, I can see how that would be totally irritating. If anybody is watching on a phone and you have chat, could you let me know, like, are you able to see everything that's going on here if you want to? That'd be interesting to know that. Another thing you can do is PM me later as well, because I might not catch what you're saying the first time around. There's a lot of comments going on, which means you guys have a lot of feedback to give, and I would love to hear all that. So it'd be super cool if you could catch me after the show and let me know. I'm not sure what to do with this bird. This bird stuff is throwing me off. So I think what I'm going to do is add one of these little chalk things. Maybe a couple of them. Oops, that didn't quite go to the edge, did it? I'm just using a black marker to black off the edge because I didn't quite get it close enough so that you can't tell that I made a mistake. This one I think I'm going to just make sure I hang it off the edge so that it's just a little bit longer than the other one. And then I'll just cut it off. Mayuki, that card is just for the birds. So that's super cute. Let's get out the gel pen and just write something on there. I'm going to do hello friend. Let's see. Oh, I know Penny. I remembered it. Is Penny still here? Let me know, Chica, if you're still here. I gotta know if you're watching. This is a super great gel pen, but it does not like this chalkboard stuff at all. I can't get it to write. I'm just going to go over and do it once and just keep going and see if I can't get it to... See now, this one it likes. Sorta. I'm not giving up. I'm going to make this work. This hello is going to be a little bit bumpy. Hello, it's me. Ugh, good enough, right? There we go. I think I can probably bring you guys in just a tad. I feel like I'm so far away. There we go. There, that one's done too. Moving on. Dun dun dun. Penny left. Oh, she has internet problems now and again, so she should be back. At least, wise, I hope so. Let's make some more card bases, shall we? Oh, and I'm wearing my little skating frogs today. It's super nice out, but I had my windows open. You probably heard me shut them. You can hear all the birds twittering and stuff. Super cool. Really nice out today. I think I might do one with the owls just to show you a really super simple one. So let's pick one of the owls, because I know some of you guys saw those. This one's my favorite. He's totally cute. This is what you call a cast card. And I don't condone using a lot of stickers. I just don't. They're just, okay, I just don't. Using stickers generally isn't the best way to go. This one is super cute, and I totally love it, though. And I'm going to bring in some of these little pink cards because we got a bunch left. And then I'm going to just do a little sentiment here somewhere. Like a thinking of you or something simple. Oh, Penny went to Home Depot. Oh, protection for the chickens. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I'll have to let her know later. Yeah, I found one. Thinking of you. Let's see if it'll fit. I have a gajillion stamps, and a bunch of them are near me, but usually not always the one that I'm hoping that I have. I don't know about you. Let me know. Do you guys have like all the stamps you've ever bought memorized and you know exactly what you have and where? Yeah, not me. Not so much. I don't even know what I all have. There are a few that I use on a consistent basis, I feel. But I seriously, I must have thousands. Maybe I have a million. I don't even know. Thinking of you. That's it. That's a cast card. Clean and simple. There's nothing else to do with it. So even if you don't have a sticker, if let's say you have like a, something like this, you'd put that there with the thinking of you, and that would be it. You could do it this way since it's a bigger item. Thinking of you. Speaking of which, why don't we do that? So there's another card done. I could use that for any occasion. Here's another one. Let's do this card this way. Very rarely do I ever have a card that opens up this way. I don't know if you guys like can just like consistently do ones that are always the same. I do. You can see it. So I've got some people that can see everything just fine on their phone. I have people that can see everything just fine. So I'm just having a feeling that this is going to be really... Those of you who can't see things really clearly, I'm glittering up this butterfly, by the way. My absolute favorite ever stickles, Stardust stickles. I have 3 different ones, but this one's my favorite, Stardust stickles. So if you ever get a chance, like, go get you some of those because they're fabulous. So here's what it ends up looking like. Beautiful, right? So cool. And I'm going to use the same thinking of you because it's already out, and the whole point of this was to get as many done as we could, right? This one's going to go here. The thinking of you is going to go right here. And then I'm just going to put glue on the back of this. Okay, great. So here's my question for those of you who literally cannot see very well. Is it going to be enough that you're frustrated, if you're frustrated so much that it's going to deter you from watching? So this is another what you'd call cast card. And there are design teams and different blogs out there that require you to have cast cards. Lots of white space and just a little bit of, oomph. And that's it. The other thing you could do, and I'll do that next, is to put a little embossing behind it just to jazz it up a bit. But that's super cute, and that one's done. Hi, Satomi, welcome. Is anybody keeping track of how many cards I've made so far? Just curious. Thank you so much, Esther. What a sweetheart. She said nothing will deter me from watching you. So here's the other thing, is you could pop in half of this into an embossing folder. And I'm going to do that real quick off. Some of you guys can sort of see me, but I'm just going to do this off screen real quick. Whoops. Because I think dragging this back and forth into the screen is just kind of a pain in the behind. But just in case you want to know which one this one is beautiful. So beautiful. Look at that. This one is an Anna Griffin called Foulard. Foulard? I don't know. So you can judge for yourself what it's called. Foulard? Foulard? I do not know, but see on the side, Anna Griffin. There we go. Tried full screen viewing option. Yeah, those are good ideas. So this one just has some embossing on it, and then we're going to put something on it. I just haven't picked out what. Maybe just that. Oh, that's pretty. Let's do that. There are so many people asking for prayers lately. It's just become kind of scary in the world. And I'm going to back that with a piece of scrappy black that I have. Pretty sure I have scrappy black here. Yep, here I do. Just a very, very thin border to make that really pop off. And then on the inside, I would write something really, really nice. And if I can't think of something really, really nice, I would just go to Google and look it up. Hey Google, what to write on a, I'm sorry, sympathy prayer card. And I'm sure you can come up with a gazillion different things to put on there. Okay, that looks really nice. So this is another idea for a clean and simple card with just putting some embossing in the background and just one main element on the front. And you could put a pop of color underneath there if you wanted to, but I want it to look really regal and classy, so I'm only going to do, my card is just a little bit skewed off the side here. I'm going to cut a little off the bottom to make it match evenly. And that's it. A very simple, elegant prayer card, and that's all you have to send. And put what you're thinking on the inside. Okay, so that one's done. Just have to move the one that I put glitter on, because anyone keeping track so far? We're a little over halfway in. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards done so far. So we're on to number 8. Okay, let's see what else I have in this pile of junk here. Oh, I have some of this stuff. That'd be cool. Okay, so I've got some little pieces of paper that are just laying here that are torn. I've got some of these that are silver, and this one's just kind of clear, but then I've got some of this stuff laying around. I think it would be really fun to put some of these together, maybe just 2 of them, and put some of the string through it. So use some of this up. So we'll go ahead and I could stamp on these, but I have a feeling I'm just going to use, I'm just going to write. So all I'll do is just tie them together and make, like, just do a little makeshift bow here. Actually, I'm going to tie that knot in a knot, because otherwise it's just going to come undone. All right, and then do a little bow. Can't remember if I told you guys I have my glue gun off to the side too, in case I want to glue something. So that would be really cute. Just slap that on there, and then I've got some of these little pieces of like paper that I've had. It's like brown and blue sort of with a little bit of shimmer on it. It's super fragile, but it looks really cool. And I didn't throw those out, so I'm going to use them. They're really pretty. I might also emboss the background of this too. I think it would be really cute. Or not sure, maybe not. Nope, I don't think I will. I think I'm going to use my glue gun just so that it doesn't feel neglected here. And just pop that down. Ooh, that's hot. Don't burn yourself. And tuck this inside. This might be considered another cast card because there's not going to be a lot going on here except for this really cool, like, what do you call this? Something right in the middle of your card. That's really pretty. I really feel like I need another piece to go on the top. Let's see if I can hunt down another one. Was that all? Do I have any more in here? Hello? Hello? Oh, shucks. I don't think so. That was it. I just had those little few pieces left, and that's all. I have this teeny tiny piece. Let's go with that. It is super hot in here. I might open up the door, the window, I mean. So then you have just this focal point, and that's it. Oh my word, is that how many you guys have done? 12, 14, 17, 12, 16, 15. Am I just working super slow today? Or is that how many you were guessing we had, that I had done? Oh my gosh. Right? Don't forget to unplug the glue gun, Jen. Whew, you guys know me too well. What do I want to put on here? You know what? I'm just going to leave this because at some point at the end of the year, I'm going to need something like a thank you card, and I'm just going to put that on there, or I'm going to just stamp something on the top and call it good, but I really like the way it looks. I'm going to leave that one. I know, I have such a habit, such a bad habit. I have to open up the window. I'm just sweating, you guys. You let me know if the glare is too much. Can you hear the birds? Well, that's how many you think I'll get done. Oh my gosh. I better move it, Tom. I like to move it, move it. Oh my gosh, check this out. This was never used. This is a card front. I created it and never used it. Bam! Card done. Sitting on the sideline. Must have been, I don't know, I must have done that like months and months ago. Maybe even years ago for all I know. Holy cats. Right? And that is just, oh, that's so cute. We're going to use that. Sometimes when you look back through all the stuff that you've saved, you find some of the coolest stuff. My tape is not sticking to this because this is watercolor paper. I really need to push harder. I might be running out of tape too, I'm not sure. Look at that. Bam! Card done. That's really pretty. So here's a color that I hardly ever use. And that's orange. But this is pretty. Look at this. I stamped this eons ago too and never used it for anything. I'm going to use that and maybe I'm going to toggle it with another color. Like, let's see if I have a scrap of orange. I do. Do I want orange or do I want something else? I have like a kind of a red. No, that looks funky. Maybe a red. What a brown. Nope, I'm just going to go with the orange. And to just make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to cut it here. Where's my cutter? Oh, here it is. Buried under a bunch of stuff, like usual. And I'm going to put that through an embossing folder. And I just stuck my hand in and grabbed, and I didn't even look. This is what I got. This is a Cuttlebug one by Provocraft, but there's no name on it. That was the negative from a cutout, yeah. That was something that I'm pretty sure I did that on my Silhouette Cameo. How did I want to do that? There we go. I'm just trying really hard to keep this on so it doesn't overextend the card. Destiny, a cast card is clean and simple. Lots of white space with just like a simple focal point, kind of like this. Lots of white space. A stunning little focal point and maybe a sentiment. That's it. Cast card. Good question. I really, really enjoy making cast cards. Like, I thought maybe I would put a sentiment on here, but I'm thinking flowers. Like, a little flower focal point would be fun on this one. Let me grab my flowers. My little flower punch. I don't know if I want one or two, so I'm just going to do two right away. And then I'm going to put that like maybe right here. This is just to jazz it up a little bit without having to add a sentiment, because I would put the sentiment probably on the inside of this one. So I'm going to put that like right here where they come together, and your eyes will be kind of drawn to that. I have to decide, do I want both of them or just one? I'm going just one. I can always toss that little flower back into the pile for next time. And then I'm just going to add a gem. And I have these little shiny gems here, so I'm just going to use one of these bigger gems. See, this is where I really like to use this because now I can't get that sticky part off. There we go. And now that card has just a stunning little effect on it, and that's it. A really cool card. Now, obviously, I could have taken any one of these cards and worked on it for the entire hour. I mean, everyone can do that. But today's whole was just to see how many you could get out. Some nice little cards, you know, that you can use and maybe grab when you need a card like right now and you don't have time to do all that. So let's see where we're at. We've got about 10 minutes left, so let's make a couple more card bases. Too much stuff in here, guys. Too much stuff. Hopefully I've hit something that everyone's liked today. I've like kind of gone the gamut, haven't I? I have this leftover piece. I'm just going to cut a little strip off of that. So that I can use it. So it looks like it's kind of splattering right onto this card. I'm just going to go ahead and run a piece of tape down there and add it. Well, before I do that, I'm going to like cut around just cutting an outline because the flat really flat outline didn't sit well, didn't look nice to me. So if you're a beginner, as you make more and more cards, you're going to realize that there's a sense of balance that you're looking for. And that'll just get easier as you make them, as you make more and more cards. It's something that I have a really hard time explaining to somebody. I have too much glue on here, so I'm just going to scrape that off. No big deal. Comes right off. And I have a little bit too much at the bottom. One thing I super like about that ATG tape. If you have an eraser, that even helps more. I have like one of those little, not handy of course. They make erasers that will actually take that stuff off. Not a regular eraser like this. I'm talking like it's a gunk eraser. I had a chunk sitting here, but somehow it's eluded me. But that looks kind of cool, right? You could do the card this way, or you could do the card sideways, but that's really neat. And that was a chunk that I've been passing up forever, and I was just going to get rid of it, and I didn't. Glad I didn't now. So where is my thing? Do I have something fun that I could stamp on here? Like, I would want to stamp something on here about, like, how creative you are, or something like that, and I can't find the sentiment that I want right now. Nope. For some reason, my sentiment stamps are not at hand today. Let's see if Mayne can save the day. This one would totally go. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The word joy really jumped out at me. This paint splash just yells joy, doesn't it? So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try to do the joy in red. I don't know how bright this will turn out, but I'm going to try my marker. Just going to try a marker. I'm going to draw on this with a marker, just the joy part. There's not much red in there. Kind of try to bring out the red here. So try to just hit the joy. No fuzz, please. And then I'm going to huff on it a little bit. And then stamp it down so just the red goes. Where did all this fuzz come from all of a sudden? Jeez, you'd think I had some cats in here or something. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe that off so I don't get any more red all over the place. And then I'm going to try really carefully to just ink up the rest of the stamp in black. That's not even cat hair, that's just fuzz. The dot at the top is the hardest part. And then I'm going to have to take my wet wipe and try to wipe off the black that I don't want coming through. Because I don't want black to cover up the red joy. So I'm just trying to get it off of that letter. Putsy work, I know. There might be a little black effect that goes over the top, but I did the best I could. So now I've got a red joy and the rest in black. That is a cute card. That one's done. And I think we will go. I have about 4 minutes left. Let's try to do one more. This last one I think I'm going to do with a scrap piece that I have of a technique that I'm going to be doing with you guys pretty soon. Possibly this week, not sure yet. Where you do the entire sheet by making your own background paper. I'm going to use this because I've got a big piece of it left. This place is trashed, you guys. Totally trashed. This is crazy. Yay, rock on, May. She made 5. Sweet. Hi, Candy. Welcome. So there's my background, and I still have a whole bunch of that piece of paper left. If I can figure out where I tossed it. There it went. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut one of these guys out, and then I'm going to pop it up, and that's going to have my sentiment on it. And this will be the last one we make today. So if you are crafting along with me, just know you have about 2 minutes left. But take your time, finish the one you're on, don't rush. I mean, really, seriously, nobody in the world's truly timing us. I do want to finish this one, so if we go over just by a tad, I hope you'll forgive me. Because I'm going to do the wrap-up that I normally do, give you a review of what we made today, and talk to you a little bit about coming on over to Quality Crafts on Facebook, because we would love to have you there. We just need 2 more folks to reach 1,000. So this one is going to have a sentiment on it as well. And seriously, I'm just going to take the happy from Happy Birthday, and I'm just going to put happy on there. That's it. Happy. Oh my gosh, I just totally dropped one of my little blocks like this right into my Mountain Dew. I wonder if you can see it. No, yeah, you can't see it. It's at the bottom of my glass. It looks like an ice cube. That's hilarious. All right, happy. Everyone needs a little bit more happy in their day, wouldn't you agree? I know when I'm at work, I certainly do. Last week was such a blessing because we had a lot of testing, so we had a lot of downtime, which meant I didn't have to work my butt off. It was such a nice, relaxing week to come back to. Totally enjoyed it. But now this week's going to go back to normal. I'm just trying to get this to cover most of this and then have a little bit left over to cut to reach those leaves so they stand up so they don't get totally squashed. I think I have one more. Yeah, Linda, that's awesome. No, I haven't seen because I've been on here with you. You turd. I will totally be over there glancing at how many people we have just as soon as I get off of here. Woo! Everybody get out all your party emojis. There's my little guy. And I think this has the least amount going on up in the corner, so that's where I'm going to pop dot that guy. And that is our last card. So I need to just clean away just a little bit here so that I can pull out all the cards and we can do a review. This was so much fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed this too. This was really like one of my most favorite ones to do. Maybe this will become a series in the future. Give me thumbs up if you like this. The thumbs up, the ones that get the most thumbs up are the ones that I look at. I tend to think, wow, if there's tons of thumbs up on that, that's probably something that people are really into and would like to see more of. Plus, it helps me on YouTube as well. So let's bring back in, I think I'm out, let's see, I can go out just a tad bit more. There we go. And just straighten this out. Let's count. Did anybody count? I wonder if you did or not. Let's count how many cards we did today. We've got one. Why don't I just show them kind of up close first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 we got done in 1 hour. That is so cool. Some of the tools that I've used today you can find over at my store, which includes this little glue bottle with, it comes with the pin and it comes with a little rubber cap so that you can take it anywhere and it won't leak. The roll of double-sided foam tape. And the ATG tape refills for the big pink gun that I've been using today. But what I'd love for you to do now is to go over to the Quality Crafts group on Facebook and join in. There will be, it's always a non-commitment, non-drama group, which means there's no participation police. Nobody's going to kick you out if you're not participating. But it's also not a place, it's a place where I show off my videos and I keep my community inspired and working on things and helping you just be in your place of creating things instead of in a slump all the time. If you want to sell, there's always another group off the side that Kathy Dunahee runs that you can sell on, so make sure you contact her if you've got things that you want to sell. But join in the Sunday to Sunday challenge, which is why I'm doing this. Pull out your scraps and make a card, take a picture, put it in the correct album, and maybe you'll be a winner this week. So Sunday to Sunday. Then we also have challenges that run from Friday to Friday, and Monica Vasquez sends out tons and tons of really cool freebies that you can use, but it's not required to use a freebie. You can use whatever you want. It's kind of an anything goes unless she states a theme, which she usually does. Michelle Calvert is the one that I don't know. You're going to put it in you're going to put those also in an album on your own, and she will number them, and then random.org will pick a winner. So I don't ever want anyone who's a beginner or who feels like they're struggling with their art to not participate, because this has nothing to do with people judging you for where you're at. This is totally random.org. It's a way to inspire you to create more, because more practiced you are, the better you're going to get at things. And so that's what we want to do here. Encourage one another. So, without anything else I need to say, we hit how many cards? 12 cards in 1 hour. I'd love to hear all about how many you did, and I'd love to see what you guys created today. So meet me on over at the Facebook group. Don't forget to stop over at Quality Crafts for all of your budget-friendly crafting needs. There's some stamp sets and some fun things over there, and I'll be putting in some new stuff. And I cannot wait to see you guys next video.